Good morning, everyone. Welcome to Friday Live. I'm excited to be here. And of course, today I've got Natalie Parish on with me. So we've got Natalie and Michelle are coming live on with us from End Studio in Yaringapilly. So those of you who don't know me, my name is Ashley Hay. I'm a mixed media artist and I just love inspiring creativity. I also empower art businesses with business mentoring. So let's get Natalie right in here. And today, Natalie, welcome. It is so wonderful to have you here again with us. I love seeing what's in the bag and what's happening there at your wonderful space in Yaringapilly.
Hello, how are you going?
Good.
I never know where the camera is. I'm sorry. I think it's there.
That's okay. So it is, I know you are in craft show mode at the moment, and I know what that's like. There's a lot to get organised. And so we're just going to have a chat about what you have planned for the Brisbane Craft and Quilt Fair. And of course, one of the projects that you've got as a little make and take where people can come and experience Powertex and the medium is the FantaSEA Porthole that we've put on the cover.
Yeah, I'm going to walk over to that in a minute. I was really lucky this year because I had the Down the Rabbit Hole girls and Michelle Payne from the Artist Tree help me try and come up with some ideas. We have gone a little bit extravagant this year to try and squeeze as much as we can into 45 minutes. So it's actually been a little stressful because we had to go outside our comfort zone and do a lot of experimenting. So, hey, welcome to the process.
That's wonderful. Not that it's stressful, but wonderful that you've really been experimenting and playing. So let's just share the studio space there. So I'll put you on the main screen and everyone can see what's happening now. So yeah, let's take a look at that FantaSEA Porthole. And of course, the Brisbane Craft and Quilt Fair is coming up in October from the 12th to 16th, and it's going to be on 10 to 4 p.m. daily, and tickets are on sale because you'll need to get in the door. But let's take a look. There's Michelle. Wonderful to see you here, Michelle, and look at that. So let's just take a look at that. That is the FantaSEA Porthole. Did you want to say a little bit about this, Natalie? And
yes.
It looks great.
Okay, so basically what we wanted to do was to use the Powertex products in a more traditional papercraft way. And we focused mainly on using like a transparent to show you how transparent can not only stick your hoop on, but also provide a sealing cover on top of your papers. So as
Brilliant.
Everyone knows, all my favorite products are in here at the moment. I've got the Powertex, Stamperia and Cobwebs Craft Studio bits, chippy bits in there. So how can we attach all of those things? Well, we can just use transparent. Woo. So that's what we've done. And we're also, looking at the idea of we're playing a lot with sea themes this year because we did the Gold Coast show last year and we were supposed to have the sea theme for Christmas last year, but it got cancelled. So this is our first show, I think, in 3 years since COVID in Brisbane.
Wow. So it's going to be very exciting for people to get along and actually get in touch and see things live again, and it will be wonderful.
Yeah, so I've gone away and I've done a few papercraft workshops.
Excellent.
Yeah. So I kind of, some of it overlaps with what we already do. And in this project, we're looking at the idea of clustering. And what we wanted to try and create was with the seaweed, as you look through seaweed when you're scuba diving, because I like scuba diving, you suddenly go, ooh, there's something else. And ooh, there's something else. So there's die cuts in there from Stamperia, and the chipboard, the big wood piece, seahorse is from Cobwebs, which we've covered beautifully with paper.
Looks like a beautiful project, Natalie. And of course, these make and takes are designed to be done in 45 minutes. And so, like you say, you're just going to pack in the value so that people can come along and really see the value of what Powertex offers in terms of paper craft, which there's just so many possibilities to extend paper craft ideas, isn't there?
Yeah, so we did a fair bit of prepping. So we'll probably attach the hoops for people in advance, but then show them how to coat their papers so that their papers become almost like a piece of plastic, which means you can put sprays and things on them and wipe back, which is great. We'll show them that. And also we're going to put a piece of stone art in there. So use a mold, put stone art in, and they'll be able to do that themselves and then put their stone art piece in, as well as colour in the pre-prepped seaweed. We can show you how to paint over Powertex using acrylic paints and also being able to drag them on and drag them off. That makes sense.
Brilliant. And I know
it doesn't
you
come to the show.
That's it. And I know that you were saying as well that you actually did a lot of experimentation to get to this point. Did you want to show us the sea turtle? And just how it started and then how you refined that idea?
Yeah, so we first of all were looking at backgrounds, because obviously with Powertex you could go a lot further, but in 45 minutes you just can't. So we'll take other bits that we've done to the show. So who comes and does the make and takes, we could show how you could take it further or do a bigger project. So the 23 centimeter hoop is too small to keep adding the layers that we wanted to add, and also the time. So we originally added in sand and even sawdust as a background.
Awesome.
Yeah, which is just sawdust is amazing. And then we also, I think we added more on one of them. I even put like this, it's a FantaSEA product, the vintage paste, which you can put over transparent and wipe back off. But that was all going to take too much time. Yeah. So, but that, yeah, you can even see this has got, you know, bits that still needs other layers being put in. We basically pulled pieces on, pulled people. This is about number 4.
As you do.
Yeah.
So,
and, you know, like imagine what else you could do to the hoop. We just put in some bronze mica powders along there. But, you know, like theoretically, we didn't even hit it with a heat gun. We haven't done, there's so much more we could have done, but there's no time in that 45-minute make and take. Yeah.
Brilliant. So, of course, as well as the FantaSEA Porthole, you're also planning to do Make a Splash with a mermaid. So, I love these mermaids. They're just gorgeous.
Yes. So, Michelle, again, do you want to hold this one up, saying it was your idea? Michelle had the idea that instead of doing it, what it normally takes us in a class a little while longer, let's try and get a 45-minute challenge with this 40-centimeter mermaid, which is ridiculous. But we did it eventually as of yesterday.
What a project. So to be able to go to the craft show and actually produce a 40-centimeter piece in a 45-minute class, wow, you know, that is just awesome.
Yeah. So we also, because we wanted to try and show off, like even if I come back further, you can see the colors. So what we wanted to try and do was show off the liquid powers, because we've been using them a lot on canvas.
Yeah,
but we hadn't really been practicing with them on fabric. I've done it on clay, but I hadn't really done it on fabric. So there are a few tricks that we have now learnt about using it on fabrics, and the different color variations you will get. Yeah, so there must have been about 10 mermaids we went through, but I think we've decided to go with using a bit of stone art, just because the stone art dries quicker. We've also been experimenting with the color tricks and suspending it in water, and how to get that to see all that gold there. That's all rich gold, color tricks, rich gold. That's red and yellow liquid power. And of course, magenta, which we can crackle.
Fantastic. So, of course, if people are in Brisbane or are planning to go to the craft show because you're in Queensland, you can actually book for the Make and Takes very, very soon via Facebook events on End Studio and also on your website, Natalie. So that will be fantastic for people to be able to book those. I'll just pop up the banner with the Make and Takes because I think people can then see that really, really well. So as well as the FantaSEA Porthole, you've got that mermaid pictured there. And also you're going to be doing a demo, Going Overboard. Did you want to say a little bit about that one while we're talking about Make and Takes and demos?
Yes, so I want to do just like the 30-minute demos at the beginning of the show, which is what we normally do. But yeah, I have to find a time for that one yet. I don't know what time I've been allocated, but basically I've been doing a lot of I did some workshops and everyone's using these air dried clays and black gesso and things, but I've came back to stone art, of course, because I love stone art. And there's just such an easy way to use any molds. But as you know, I'm particularly fond of the Stamperia molds with stone art, and just simplify your projects by using Powertex and coating your objects with Powertex and then putting the mold straight on. So yeah, I think we've shown this one before, the message in a bottle, which is like a Powertex project with the message that comes out sometimes. There we go.
I love the details that you've got on there. So like you say, the stone art is just perfect for instant mold making, isn't it? So I love that little jar as well, the little vases. They're super cute too. Did you want to just hold one of those up?
Yeah.
That looks, excellent. So you can see really see the detail.
Colours and our matte pigment colours. Sorry, I'm just moving my hand around.
That's all right.
They're just divine.
Yeah.
Oh, and then I picked out little bits.
Nice.
Probably should make jewelry out of that, shouldn't
I? That would be lovely.
Yeah, and I'll also show people how they can use. See, this is not a mold, so I can show people how you can do other things with a stone art, and it doesn't have to be a mold either.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's
so much fun creating texture.
Yeah, and I really love doing the molds.
Excellent. Now, I'm just putting up, Natalie, the banner that you've got lots and lots of kits that will be available at the show. So people are just looking at that now. So, of course, this is the Craft and Quilt Fair for 2022. And you've got a lovely dive-in mermaid kit there, lots of different specials that you'll have on the stand. So people can expect to see those specials and have a special time on Bag End at stand A16 you're going to be on, so nice and easy for people to find as well.
Yes. Yeah, nice. Yeah, I've got the front row. Woohoo!
Now, Natalie, I know you've said you've been doing a lot of experimentation, and did you want to show us your messy table? Because I know you had a lot going on there. We talked
believe
about
it or
that,
not, this is a clean table now.
I do believe it. So I could imagine that you would have been spread out all the way down those tables. So what a great space.
Yeah, so we were trialing the mermaids because this time with the Down the Rabbit Hole girls, we could run it and just see what didn't work and what time frame we had. Yeah, so we had to change a few things. So what we don't know about liquid powers and fabric now, you can see the range of, we were originally going to do it all in fabric, but we think that will just take a little bit longer than sort of rolling out a piece of stone art. Yes, but you can see we can figure out ways now to get the very bright colors in different ways.
Yeah, that's gorgeous.
It's not the same when it's wet.
I love the contrasting colors with the oranges and blues and the reds and greens, and it just looks wonderful. But you are very, very good at your colouring, and obviously the girls are too. So wonderful. I love the way that everyone's contributing. You've really got a great team there in Queensland. So,
Yes, they've
which
come
is,
up with a new method for mermaid hair even. Oh, look at them go. Oh. See, they've been making mermaid hair.
oh, lovely. Nice. So they're ready to pretty much put straight onto the pieces at the show.
Yeah, yeah. So that's yes. And
Now,
then someone takes that away from me and goes, "I'll make the mermaid hair." And I'm like, "Oh my God, thank you."
Now, Natalie, I've got Donna is just on, so Donna Ray Muir, and she's just saying, if you use stone art in a mould, do you need to use a releasing agent?
Oil, like you've already had on,
Yeah.
Renee.
Yep.
Yes.
Yep.
Yeah.
So, Donna, if you want to have a look at that, I think it was on the Birdhouse live that Renee did, where she shows you how to do some stone art moulds. And
Yes, I
just
use
a
the same method.
Yeah, very, very small, tiny, tiny little amount of oil on the brush, the smallest amount just to just wave over the mould will make it easier to get the stone art out.
Yes, some people use talcum powder, but I didn't like that. I don't like talcum powder as a releasing agent.
Now, that is fantastic, Natalie. So lots and lots of things happening there. And of course, you have something else. You've got an event coming up other than the craft show. So nothing like, doing two big events back to back. And
No.
This is a charity one. So
I know, but I might bring Michelle on now to chat about this.
Fantastic, because Michelle is the driving force behind this. It's sort of a collaboration, isn't it?
Yes, yes. So I'm just going to pass my earbud over to Michelle while we just figure this bit out.
Wonderful.
And I see if I can hold the iPad for her.
Hey, Michelle.
Hello, hello. How are you?
I'm really, really well. I'm super excited about this idea that you've got and the exhibition that you're organising. So did you want to just tell us a little bit about it? Because I know you've just put an artist call out for people to be involved. So did you want to tell us a bit about this?
Certainly. So I think it was probably 5 or 6 years ago, Natalie and I combined forces and ran a Bling Your Bra art show, and that was to raise money for breast cancer. We're still in the bra mode, but this time we're calling it Bravo, and it's an art bra show, and we're not limiting it to upcycling a bra. You can do a painting of a bra, a drawing of a bra. You can make a macrame bra, whatever it is you like. We've got, I think, it's 6 categories to enter. And we're raising funds this time for local and national cancer charities. And we're also in talks with a charity that's local here as well that looks after bras and sanitary items for homeless women. So we think we might be a collection point for that as well. So we're hoping to. Natalie's always been about giving back, and I'm all about community. So it's a great way to do it. So yeah. So we've got a couple behind us here. So these were both bras that Natalie has made in the past. This is my absolute favourite. I can't remember her title, Nat.
Ascension.
Isn't she just beautiful? So she is actually on a bra. No bra a size that I've worn for a long time. But and she's a Powertex head with the feathers made with Powertex. She's just absolutely stunning.
She's seen better days.
Well, she's been flying and hanging around for the last 6 years.
Yes. So that was about a lady who was my best friend's sister-in-law who passed away from breast cancer. And there was the story of the things she had to do in preparation, knowing that she was going to leave her small children behind. So that was about that strength that you have to have, where you got to write, 100 birthday cards or for your children before, when you know you're not going to be there for their 21st and things. Yeah.
So, and then this was a wearable art piece
Yes, this one started in the Bravo, in the Bling Your Bra, and ended up becoming a wearable art piece. But I keep forgetting to bring the headdress in, and
I
the other
love
bits kind
both
of
of
falling
those
apart.
pieces.
They're just stunning, aren't they? But we
They
decided we
are.
didn't want to limit it to people who think in 3D. So
Mhm.
just as an example, as you may or may not know, I've been about 2 weeks where I've been able to use my right arm. So a very expressionist image of a bra I've created.
Looks great, and I'm so glad that you're getting that movement back and you're back on to working on your artwork. It's
Oh, me
absolutely
too.
awesome.
Yeah, well, I had a bit of downtime, so we had the time to have the discussions and prepare for this. But regardless of how much time you've got, we still leave it till the last minute, because if it wasn't for the last minute, nothing had ever happened.
That's exactly right. So bravo to you guys, because what a fantastic idea. I love the name of the exhibition. It just is absolutely brilliant. So of course, people can get involved from anywhere in the world, can't they, Michelle? And the closing date
Absolutely,
is
that.
the 31st of October. Is that right?
It is, yes, and the exhibition runs. It's the last Saturday of November till the first Sunday of December.
Wonderful.
So,
And so will that be in the
it'll be
bag,
at Bag End.
bag
It will
end in
indeed, certainly
that?
will.
That will be amazing. I'm sure the space will be transformed like you guys transformed it for the last exhibition that is still
Absolutely.
on.
Yes, it is. There's still a few pieces here. So I want to throw a challenge out to you personally, Ashley, to enter a piece, and to all your followers to enter a piece, because we do have a power up category, which is bras that are done using Powertex products. So we'd like to see a couple come over from WA and other parts of the
Wouldn't
country with your followers.
wouldn't that be brilliant? So I
Absolutely.
better get on the job.
You better. You better.
So I'll have
I've
to
got a
pull
few
one out.
ideas. We've been working with all these sea creatures, and I think I know how I could turn a couple of turtles into a bra, but anyway,
Oh,
we'll see what happens.
brilliant. That would be very nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. So that sounds brilliant. So, of course, if you want to connect with Michelle, you can connect with her on Facebook at the Artist Tree and ask her any questions about that. Michelle, where do they submit their entries for this?
So we have an online entry form that you can go to at the Bag End website, and there's a QR code on the flyer that you can get you quickly to it, or you just go into the Bag End Studio webpage and you'll find it. I'm sure there's going to be an event up probably by tonight, so that you can go there. The event will be shared on my page. One of our local sponsors, I'm sure they will, one of our local charities, I'm sure they will share the events on their pages. So it'll be quite easy to do. You don't have to have your bra made before you register. All we ask for is what's your concept. So you don't need to send a photo of it in, so you can just register and get it to us by the end of October. Yeah.
Sounds absolutely brilliant. So, yeah, everyone needs to get in and make sure that you register for Bravo. And I'll share the posts on the Powertex Australia page on Facebook as well.
Thank
Make
you.
it super easy for everyone to get their entries in. So, what a
Wonderful.
great cause, and love the
Well, we want to run
collaboration
out
and
of
the
room.
idea.
We don't want to have room for anything else except for bra art for that week. So, yeah,
Brilliant.
hopefully.
Want to hire a scissor lift?
Yeah. And the other thing is the items, you can say, I don't want it to be for sale and want it returned, or you can say you're happy for us to sell it. And if you put a price on the bra or the painting, 50% is taken in commission, and the proceeds of that go to our charities as well.
Yeah, and I'm sure that if people wanted to totally donate the piece, that you'd gratefully
We will
receive that, right?
always accept 100%. Yep.
So
Absolutely.
wonderful. So go, you guys. I wish you all the best for the Brisbane Craft and Quilt Fair. I think we are going to talk to you again, Natalie, just before that. And it would be wonderful to get you on after the craft show and the pressure is off a little bit, to maybe do a little bit of a demo with what you talked about with colouring the mermaids with the
there's not a lot we don't know about colouring them with liquid power.
Yeah, so it would probably be worth getting you on to show that, and especially showing how you suspend the colours in the, you know, the colour tricks in the water and how
Yep.
that comes up. That sounds like a wonderful demo at some stage for people who can't get along to the craft show.
That's right. Now I'll pass you back to Nat so she can say goodbye or any final words she's got. Excuse us.
Thanks so much,
second.
Michelle. Lovely to see you.
Nice to talk to you.
So yeah, look out for that post that will be up about Bravo, and start thinking about your art bras that you would like to submit for the exhibition, and maybe you would like to give 100% to the charities, but even, you know, that 50% is super. So Natalie, welcome back, and what a oh my gosh, you guys have so much going on.
I know. Anyway, yeah, we do that. It's a bit dangerous working together, Michelle and I think. But
so
anyway.
it's brilliant, and I will do everything that I can be to be involved from here, at least encourage and get some other people going over this side of Australia. And but of course anyone can enter from anywhere in the world, so bring it on and bring it to the bag for Bravo.
Yeah, we wanted to inspire people. Also, that's why I put a Powertex category in, because it really wanted to inspire Powertex people, because I think a lot of them don't see themselves as artists. That's what I've been discovering. So this is what the challenge is about. It's like, come on, get your Powertex out there. Yeah, you should have it up in studios more often. It should be recognizable as an art medium. It's not just a craft medium. And some people do amazing works and they send them to me in their photos in my message bank. They don't put them up. They don't put them in Tribe. They don't put them in the Powertex Australia site. And you're like, come on, we need to get some better recognition.
Yeah, absolutely. So I 100% agree with what you're saying there. And of course, if you would like to connect with Natalie, you can connect with Natalie on Facebook or on her website as well. So the details are just up there, Natalie, for everyone. Cool. And connect with us on Facebook as well. So join the group, share your artworks. Like Natalie's saying, don't hide them in the cupboard and just send them to us on personal posts. You know, put them out there and enter them into this. Such a great initiative, Nat, that you and Michelle have come up with.
I also have a challenge for the trainers that are out there, the Powertex trainers, is if you make a bra, send it in. But also, once you've figured out how to make a bra with Powertex, perhaps you could do it as classes. Nice. So then you could inspire a whole bunch of other people by teaching them just how to Powertex the bra. You don't have to give them any more than that, really. It's just show them how easy it is. A bit of glad wrap, you know, underneath the boobies. And that might be a way to just get going or form a group with your group and your craft groups and come up with some together. A group could enter. Oh, have we got a group one? Oh no, we nearly had a group one. We were going to have bosom buddies, but we thought 7 categories was getting too
I love that, bosom buddies.
Too crazy. Yeah, but if we get them, who knows? If we get more
but they could still be a bosom buddy and enter it as one piece, right?
Yeah. Find your bosom buddy and put in a piece together.
I love that. I know the last time we did this, Natalie, because I did it over in WA, you did it in Queensland, and oh my goodness, the quality of the artwork that came in was astounding. So yeah, get your pieces in.
I think this is my third one. My third, because I first did it back in Broome when I lived back in Broome in 2003 or 2004. So yeah, people love them, and once you start getting into it, yeah, our hope is that we'll expand it. We want to do, now that we got the gallery up again, yeah, we want to be able to do this every 2 years at least, have a big charity event. Yeah.
Wonderful. Sounds awesome. So, Natalie, it has been wonderful having both you and Michelle on with us today. Thank you so much for sharing what's happening in the bag. And I just know that not only do you have the craft show going, you've got this going, but you've also got ongoing workshops happening there at Yoringa-Pilly in your new studio space. So get down and have a look. If you're in Queensland, go and have a look at Yoringa-Pilly and Bag End Studio if you are down in Brisbane way. So thanks so much for joining us today. I hope your organisation for the craft show goes really well, and you've got a personal hike that you're going on as well.
Yeah, I know.
So
I'll be out for 2 weeks. Yeah, probably with no phone contact. So yeah, I think I'm setting up little workshops for the Down the Rabbit Hole girls, and they're going to carry on.
Brilliant.
Stay calm and carry on.
Yeah, so all the best for your show, and I'll have to get back over there now the borders have opened up at some stage, and come and have a look at the studio. I'd love to actually see you, join you, and maybe I should look at getting a ticket for November or something.
Oh, there you go. You'll have
try
to
and get over there, but
wear your art piece.
Lovely to see you. Enjoy your hiking, and we'll catch up with you when you get back just before the craft show.
Awesome. Yes, I'll be way more organised by then, I'm sure.
Okay, from Natalie and me, we hope you have a wonderful creative weekend. I hope that Natalie has inspired you to get in and experiment with some of your Powertex products, or to get some Powertex products and actually have a play and see what you can do with your art.
Thank you. And look up a trainer if you don't know where to start.
Exactly. Ciao, everyone.